If you were chatting with someone and then they went radio silent, you haven't heard from them in a while and you're suspecting that maybe they blocked you. I'm going to show you some options that you can take to determine whether they blocked you and some options as well to communicate with them even if you're blocked. Now, the first thing we're going to do is head into your Messages app here. So you can see I can tap on Haley here and I ask, hey, can you block me for a sec? Just to show an example of what it will look like. You can see at the very bottom right, it says delivered. My most recent text message was delivered to this person. However, now I've been blocked and I can hit hi, and you're going to check to see whether it shows as delivered. So sometimes it will show as delivered right away if they just blocked you, but over time it will no longer say that. But sometimes it does always say delivered. So this is something that you can check to see. If it never says delivered, then you are unfortunately blocked. However, if it does say delivered, you still don't know. You're still not entirely sure whether you are blocked or not blocked. Now, after we've done that, we're going to do two other things to check if you're blocked. Let's hop out here and open up the phone app, and I'm going to call this person, and I'll put it on speaker.
Hi, you've reached the voicemail of Haley.
Now, you can see it didn't ring at all. Not even one ring. It immediately went to voicemail. So it doesn't ring at all, goes straight to voicemail, is an indication that they blocked you, unfortunately. Now, that's the second thing that you can do. The third thing that you can do is you can go back into your messages with that person. And at the very top right, if this is through iMessage, someone else with an iPhone, you'll see the ability to call them on FaceTime. Let's call that person on FaceTime and do FaceTime video. Now you can see it works on my side. So I can see my face, I can see everything looks good. However, this will continually ring for forever and they will never pick it up. So you can just keep doing this over and over and over and they will never pick up because ultimately they're not getting that FaceTime call. So those are the three things that we can do. However, there's some caveats to this. Now, if other person's phone, that phone, the battery is dead or they're on airplane mode, then it will do all of the exact same things as if you were blocked. So the two instances, one, if they don't have any signal because they have airplane mode on or something like that, or their battery is completely dead and their phone is completely dead, of course, you can't basically get to them at all because their phone is dead or not working. So that's an indication that you're not blocked, but there's some other issue. So the best recourse you have is just to wait around. If you wait for a few hours, most likely they have their phone back up and running, or they've charged it, or if they're on a flight, they got off the flight. And if it is still doing all of those things, then there's a good chance you were blocked. Now, you do have some other options, even if you're blocked. So if you send a text message and say, hey, hi, how are you? And they're not responding on there, you can always try something else. So you could open up, for instance, Instagram and try to reach out to that person on Instagram or on Messenger or any other basically platform that you're not blocked on. But keep in mind, if they blocked you on your phone and you start messaging them somewhere else, they could just block you on somewhere else as well. But you can try somewhere else to reach out to them in case maybe they accidentally blocked you.